Spurs foul. Should Miami go for the three right away? Just attack the basket. James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. Spurs do not have a timeout. But the officials are going to review to see if Allen was behind the line.
Giving speech number 6 from the Competent Communicator Manual with the Project Vocal Variety, speech titled The Greatness of Ray Allen. Everybody, let's welcome Daniel Sir.
Right. The greatness of Ray Allen. About 4 weeks ago, June 18th, in Miami, Florida, the Miami Heat were playing the San Antonio Spurs in a basketball game. It was Game 6 of the NBA Finals. They were down by 3 with 5 seconds left. They passed the ball to Ray Allen. He took 2 steps backwards. He shot the shot. And then what happened? Mr. Stiving, fellow Toastmasters, that shot was a referendum on the greatness of Ray Allen. Thousands of people in Miami watched that shot in silence. Thousands of people in San Antonio, men with cowboy hats on, chewing tobacco in their lips, and women with cowboy hats on, chewing tobacco in their lips, watched that shot and screamed, "No!" Because they were watching one of the greatest three-point shooters in NBA history shoot that shot. And it got to the top of its flight, and for a split second, it was there at the top. And nobody knew if it was going to go in or not. Legends, dynasties, reputations all sat on whether this shot was going to go in. But Ray Allen is a great, great player. The first thing that makes him great is he's relentless. Best example of that, when he came to Miami, he had the Miami Heat team buy a 3rd bus. They called it the shooter's bus. And before every game and every shooting practice, Ray Allen, Mike Miller, and Damon Jones would get into that bus. They would all drive to the stadium 3 hours early for every practice and every game, and they'd put up thousands of shots. They'd catch a pass from the right side, shoot that shot. Catch a pass from the left, shoot it. Step back dribble, shoot those shots. They did this for every practice and every game. They would shoot 1,000 shots in these sessions, and in the game, they might shoot 3 or 4. They were relentless in what they did. Ray Allen's pregame meal, every meal, is chicken and rice. Doesn't the man get bored? But he's relentless. The second thing that Ray Allen does is he is actualized. Maslow's hierarchy, at the very top of it, is self-actualization. It's when a man or woman is living their ideals, they're living their values, their beliefs, and everything is in congruence. And it propels them forward. And Ray Allen was living that. See, he was already a 10-time All-Star, NBA champion. He had achieved all the little check marks and check boxes that any aspiring NBA player comes up with. He was actualized. The best example of that, the summer before that shot went up, 2012, Boston offered him $12 million to play there for 2 years. Miami offered him $6 million. Boston, $12 million. Miami, $6 million. I'm going to say that one more time. $12 million, $6 million. Where did Ray Allen go? $6 million. So he's not chasing the money anymore. He wanted the chance because Miami offered him the one chance to play that game on the highest stage with every basketball player and every fan watching, and to express his values on that highest level and keep living his dream. He was actualized. The last thing that Ray Allen had was a mental advantage. He's very youthful with his mentality and the way he goes about the game. The best example of that is going to be the ages of the different players. Ray Allen is 37. It's a young man's game. His teammate Norris Cole is 24 years old. Ray Allen starts, Norris Cole sits on the bench. Ray Allen is going up against Danny Green. 6'7", 25 years old. That man can jump. That's a serious disadvantage right there. He's also going up against Kawhi Leonard. 6'7", 21 years old. Who do you think has more energy when they wake up in the morning? Kawhi Leonard or Ray Allen? But Ray Allen puts in a lot of time into that preparation, the energy, the enthusiasm. I mean, just think about it. His best advantage before that shot went up, before the shooter's bust, before the actualization, go back to when he was a kid and he learned how to play basketball. He's in his front yard, he shoots a shot. Hey Mom, look at that, that shot went in. He takes a step back, he shoots another one. Hey Dad, that shot went in, is that cool or what? He's got that enthusiasm and that energy that keeps pushing him. And at 37, he's still practicing the same way he did the first time he learned about the game. He's loving it. And those things you can't fake. You can't write those into a contract. You can't force somebody to do that. And believe me, coaches would have tried to do it. If they could write it into a contract that you have to eat the same pregame meals, eat low-fat, research all these different things, they would do it, but it's illegal. And those are his 3 advantages. So as that shot on June 18th was hanging in the air, nobody knew if it was going to go in except for one person, Ray Allen. You see, while we were all watching that game and living our lives, Ray Allen was on the Ray plan. Relentless, actualized, and youthful. The Ray plan. He had that extra advantage. And that shot went up, Miami was silent, and if you go back and watch that footage on YouTube, you'll see that arena is silent. It goes in. Later that night, they won the game. 2 days later, they won the NBA championship. And it was due to the greatness of Ray Allen. And after that shot went in, Thursday night when they won the NBA championship, you know what Ray Allen said? He called it the greatest shot of his career. Mr. Stiving.
Okay, everybody take 1 minute and write what you think would be the evaluation for Daniel. Evaluating Daniel's speech, let's all welcome Mark Stiving. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Daniel, what I like best about your speech was the open and close, the way it tied so nicely together. The fact that you have the story where you shoot the shot, and I'm sitting there wondering the entire speech, did it go in? Did it go in? And I was so hoping you were going to give us the answer to the question, and you did. So great job at building interest. When we can create openings that leave something hanging, that leave people curious, it keeps them involved in our talk throughout the entire talk. So really nice job on that. I also love your humor. Great job. There were a few planned humor points in there, and they went over exceptionally well, especially the ladies chewing tobacco. And then I was shocked at the way you were able to pull an acronym out at the end, and I didn't see it. So it just helped us reinforce the fact that he's relentless, actualized, and youthful. So really nice job at giving us a tool to help us remember what it is we're supposed to remember. Now, may I suggest that you focus on pausing a little bit more. There was one point in your speech where you had a really nice pause, where he took the shot and you paused. Early in the speech, though, it started out quite rushed. You were speaking relatively quickly, and we needed some pauses. So the way I work on pauses is simply just stop and count to 3. Now, to you, it feels like 100. But to the audience, they think, oh, I'm supposed to be thinking that. So the audience really gets something out of it. And although we feel like it's too long, the audience doesn't. They really do not. So just practice really long pauses, and it'll make your speeches much more powerful. The other thing is, I have this problem, and many of us do, where we want to speak with our elbows here at our sides the entire time. And you'll notice that I've done this the whole speech, because I can't get my arms down at my sides. Don't do what I do, do what I say. So try really hard to get your arms down at your sides when you're not gesturing, because it makes your gestures look much better. Now remember, really nice job with tying in the opening and the closing. Great humor, and the Ray acronym really made the speech. I look forward to your next speech. Mr. General Evaluator.